Take 30. Today is February the 27th, 2020. My name is Todd Drummond. I'd like to introduce you to a new company founded by my son Donald and I. We are about to change the way people think about school shootings. We are the founders of Defend Our Children, Inc., a 501c3 public charity established based on the patent we received last month for a ballistic shielded school desk that was created in totality for the purpose of stopping the effectiveness of school shootings. The desk, presently in the prototype and testing stages, will become the replacement for the daily use desk that children use today. I have 20 years experience in the advanced ballistic materials industry, with my last 20 years in law enforcement, 4 of which were as an advanced school resource officer specializing in school security and school safety. My son, Donald, is a first lieutenant engineer in our National Guard and a large-scale construction program manager as a civilian. Both Donald and I have detailed bios in our LinkedIn accounts. You're welcome to search. This evolutionary desk is built using all of these advanced ballistic materials, is specifically designed to protect a child during a threat of injury emergency while at their desk in the school. Before I show you the functioning scale model of the desk, which you see here on my right, there are some key words or phrases I'd like you to understand. These are critical tactics that are employed in law enforcement to keep us safe in an emergency situation, and so these tactics directly apply to the saving the lives of our children with our desk. First, the term cover and concealment, which is basically means duck or take cover. Not that complicated. Next is shelter in place. Now that has a purpose because it means to stay exactly where you are because you are safe. In a school environment situation, sheltering in place is incredibly important. A third term is called fatal funnel, which is best explained in a school environment as the walls of a hallway. The walls are brick, and such as the case as the part about fatal comes in because if a fire shot is fired at the end of a hallway, it will ricochet back and forth until it hits something. And you don't want that something to be a child. Finally, fire alarm verification. By sheltering in place, there is no need to take the chance that your children are falling victim to an attacker's master plan by funneling them away from their safe places that in their desk out into a dangerous hallway, into an unprotected grouping outside of the school. It is that grouping that is the attacker's intention in hopes of achieving maximum casualty in a shooting or a blast attack by having everybody in one place. We received a patent for our desk because there's nothing like it in the world. We believe this makes school shootings, it will make school shootings a thing of the past because it defeats the shooter's mission from the start. Why start a mission knowing that it's going to fail? Patents are hard to get. There's only a 40% award rate, and those usually come with limitations and restrictions. Our patent very rarely was granted uncontested with no limitations or restrictions, and that says a great deal about the desk's functionality as considered by our government. Once we had this idea, we didn't hesitate hiring an attorney and spent an exorbitant amount of money to complete the process and finally to receive the patent 2 years later. But we spent those 2 years interviewing students, teachers, school administrators, and school maintenance to be sure that once we received the patent, we could hit the ground running. We have given our desk the name Personal Defender Safety Zone Desk. And here's why. I'll break each word down. Personal. Because each child has their own desk. That's critical when an attacker enters a room and everyone has a place to take shelter. They're not scattering around, running around looking for a place to hide. Defender. This is another very important word because the desk now gives a child the ability to defend themselves during an attack by taking cover and removing themselves from the attacker's line of sight. Never been able to be done before. Safety zone, important, of course, because that basically turns into sheltering in place because the desk is surrounded by ballistic material, creating an interior safety zone. This is not about any constitutional amendment. It's about saving children's life. This ballistic desk is designed so that children can, for the first time, be able to defend themselves during a school attack instead of huddling in a corner and hoping the next bullet is not theirs. Today, 3D printers have become so sophisticated that they can build a gun or a knife that will circumvent today's scanning and security protocols, basically making existing security ineffective. Here's some reasons these massacres continue. We all know it, but I'm going to go over it. First, running from the threat to hide behind a desk, a stack of desks. It's useless. Secondly, or to a safe room. Secondly, holding books or a backpack in front of you, believing you're safe. It's ridiculous. A bullet's they're not gonna aim at the backpack. Thirdly, having children try to navigate through a panicked classroom full of gunfire to reach a safe room. Is that teacher going to know when to shut the door? Is that teacher going to watch these kids drop and fall and then shut the door? That's crazy. Fourth, arming school teachers. How can we expect or even ask our teachers to engage a shooter they were just teaching the day before? And last but not least, training our children to engage the threat. Really, people? Do I need to even explain how ludicrous this really is? Kids trained to engage a man or a woman with a gun or a knife by attacking them with a sharp pencil or throwing tennis balls at them to throw them off target. Wow, we're actually even considering this tactic that would result in a loss of a few lives to save the majority? Is this what we've become as a society? I actually saw a company seriously suggest each child purchase and wear a bomb suit to school. There is no guilt when money is to be made. We must stop believing that the proven failed safety measures used today and yesterday will somehow magically start working tomorrow. There has been 180 school shootings and 356 victims in just the last 10 years. What the hell is it going to take before we as a nation realize that a huge and evolutionary change is needed? The shooters are scheming and evolving in tactics as we speak. In our nation, what do? We play the odds that we are not next. It's absolutely shameful. So, using the scale model, I want to demonstrate how this works. Okay, here we've got the standard daily position, desk, comfort. The ballistic panels are all sides, and front and all the way around the back and the top. When an intruder enters the room, the student would stand kicking the chair back, enter the confines of the safety room. They would pull the chair back, sealing off the complete bottom, and then inside there's a shield that they would pull down, they would release, pull down, and latch side to side to gain 360 degrees of protection. This desk is evolutionary. It needs to happen, and we need your help. Once this happens, now that this has happened, the child is safely protected and sheltered in place. Now the attacker has lost control. They've lost all their targets. They become frustrated and confused, and anxiety sets in because the attacker has come to realize that he is no longer the hunter. He has become the hunted by law enforcement, who's right around the corner. With these desks in place, parents can regain the confidence that their children are safe in school because they can at least defend themselves in an attack instead of being one that was in the attacker's line of sight. Defend Our Children is on Facebook. Please like us, share it with everybody you can, include our charity as your birthday charity, set an amount, see if you can get your friends to contribute, get them to help, asking to be a part. Everybody should want to be a part of this Saving Our Children movement. Tell everyone you know. Go to our website at doccharity.com. That's doccharity.com. Click on Get Involved tab. Go to the site that relates to you and read how you can become a part of this incredible Save Our Children movement. We want to hear from you. Maybe you can think of something that we forgot or something to enhance the desk. Make a comment. Let us know. Go to the blog tab. Let us know you love it or you hate it or why. But explain why. But we would appreciate your thoughts. These ballistic desks are expensive, so substantial funds are needed to equip each school. Because we are a 501c3 public charity, all donations received are fully tax deductible. There are 340 million people in this nation. Get involved, donate, get other people to donate, put things together to create donations. We can do this. Thank you for listening. And if you have any further questions, feel free to email me directly at Todd, T-O-D-D, at doccharity.com. Again, let's get this done.